Well, that was a rough start. Good morning, Avalon. Some technical difficulties, that being the stream already fumbling stream status. Apparently it was poor, but now it's healthy. And apparently I dropped frames even though stream looks good and clear, crystal clear that is. I'm not sure what happened. It just figured itself out. And so with that out of the way, if you haven't seen my tweet, shout myself out, over on Sekka, OBERONSEKKA on Twitter, and or I guess X. Intro is a no-go, but gacha, no, but yes. I was not expecting a banner to come out immediately. If anything, I was expecting possibly a Wednesday, or even maybe a Friday, but most likely a Wednesday. But here we are, Monday, technically Tuesday. It is Tuesday. James Moriarty, Ruler, and Don Quixote, of course, and Zhangju. Actually, 1 second. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Stream check very quickly. Okay, we are live. 1 second. I need to get something off the screen. And we're back once again. Okay, so yeah, I was not expecting this. I was obviously expecting a banner given Don Quixote the possibility of James Moriarty, which, well, here he is in Zhangju. What I was not expecting, we only have a week of this banner, when normally it's 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. If we look at, yeah, Charlemagne, Roland, and Kriemhild were at least, well, 2 weeks, I guess, but considering that it ends at the 26th, which is the same exact time as James Moriarty's banner ends, that being 3 weeks for Charlemagne. 1 week, people. Get your rolls in. Are we doing gacha? We are going to be doing gacha, but I want to save that for another stream. Although, for now, we are going to be doing the 1-times, and we are going to be doing the 10 times summon ticket, and that'll be all. And then we'll proceed with the story. Given that there's a maintenance, we are running late, although that is due to the maintenance and me more or less updating how I go about YouTube thumbnails. And of course, if you haven't seen, we have updated it, and I think it looks a lot better. I think the entire layout, the template, and future thumbnails are going to be much easier. But with that out of the way, James Moriarty is coming up second. We are going to do Charlemagne, Kriemhild, and Roland, possibly pulling a Roland or a Kriemhild, and maybe, just maybe, Charles himself. Let's find out. If it isn't clear, if you're new, we are just doing a 1-times for Charles. James Moriarty's banner is what we're doing the 1-times and the 10 times summon ticket for. Which is right now. Okay, Karen. MP Games Special Defense, specific for Ruler Karen. Okay, let's get comfortable in our throne. 1 second. Okay. 10 times summon. Summon tickets, that is. Starting now. Zhangju, I'm not too worried about, given that he is going to be permanent in the future banners, that being just any banner in of itself, so I'm not too concerned about getting him at the moment. Don Quixote would be nice, but I don't care too much. It's James Moriarty that I am looking forward to, and the possibility of even a CE for the moment, for this specific moment. When we actually do end up doing the gacha, we are going to get James Moriarty. Caster. Well, we got him.
キャスター体験量子聴覚である。案ずるな。わしが来たからには必ずや天下を大吉にしてみせようぞ。
I'm curious if he has different voice lines for when you summon him versus before you beat Singularity or Lostbelt 6.5 versus after you beat Lostbelt 6.5 and happen to summon him. I'm curious if he has different lines. Because I know some servants have different lines for if you've been the Lostbelt already versus before. But good to have you aboard. You will do nicely next to my Oda Nobunaga, Berserker, Avenger, whichever one. All of them. Good CE to have. I believe 5 more, if I'm not mistaken. Our SSR luck right at this moment might be a little down, given that I happened to pull Zhuge Liang a couple of days ago. If you haven't seen that, look at Twitter. Off of a single pull, that is. Increase MP gain 15%. An okay CE. Alright, our final one, 2 times. Can we get that spark? No. 2 3 stars. I'm so tempted. So by all means, we are not going to gacha for this stream. The main line gacha, where we actually start to dig in. But I'm looking at all these summon tickets that we have. And I'm thinking maybe we can just go through it right now. And we can save the actual gacha next stream, that being our St. Quartz. $40 summon tickets. The banner doesn't rotate. Don Quixote will always be on drop rate up. There is no other 4-star, unless I'm mistaken. Unless maybe Roland or Crimehild is somehow on this banner, which I would be interested. Could actually check very quickly. Yes, I'm aware of the Grail front, but given how much time has passed, I'm gonna have to do that off stream. Save it for another time. Here we go. Yeah, I believe it's only Don Quixote. Don Quixote, also Don Quixote. Yes. We are not going to look at any stats relating to Moriarty, because I want to wait till we actually see him in game. Whether we're playing with him or against him, either or, whatever happens in the story. Don Quixote, we already saw what he's capable of. Zhangju, same thing. And then the new C's and description. We'll have to save for later. $249, $250, $250 AM. I'm stalling a long time. Let's go through the summon tickets. Let's go through all 40. Let's pop them out. We gotta be quick about it though. If I know it's a CE, I'm going to skip. If it isn't obvious already, yes, there will be timestamps. Especially given... Okay. Pericles. Especially given the maintenance. Our maintenance, that is, at the start, which seemed to have resolved itself, surprisingly. Have to rework all of Avalon just to figure out the problem. That's the issue. Quite the hassle. Mandricardo. We have plenty of you. We're just gonna fly right through them. CEs we're skipping, servants we're not. Now, I'm jinxing myself here. If we just so happen to pull Moriarty, I'm not sure if we're going to use him. I know that may come as a surprise, but I really like to wait till we actually see him in action. I don't want to spoil myself early. New CE. Inheritance of a long-cherished dream. Rin Tosaka's dead. Or Tosaka Rin's dead. Father. Gain 10 C-stars when entering the field for the first time, and increase MP gain by 15%. 20 C-stars at max, and the MP gain 20%, I would imagine. If I'm not mistaken, I think we went over this in part 1, the beginning of Lostbelt 6.5. 2x summon right here. Servant. Because I remember reading that before. CE. Alright, 30 more to go. Pulling more nursery rhymes. Fergus. I would imagine it would be just the ruler border or ruler card, or unless it might change. I don't know if it'll do an animation or not, because I know in the past it's done it. New CE, trigger off. I think we might have... No, we haven't. This is my past memory coming to haunt me. In part 1, we did review all of these. Trigger off, increase arts card effectiveness by 8%. Begin battle with MP charge at 30%. Bento. No, but as I was saying, I'm not sure if he will have a unique animation or anything like that if we're gonna be spooked. Like if it's an archer card and suddenly it just morphs into a ruler. Two times. Servant to start. And then ending on a ruler. No. Ideal Holy King. I need more of those. Currently trying to max. 20 more. Shinji. Still no servant of Shinji. Or Posuedo servant. I saw a little pause. No. I guess I haven't said, although I guess I could spoil it now. How many James Moriartys are we trying to pull? I've said this before, depending on the Noble Phantasm, whether it's a single target or an AoE, normally, if it's an AoE, I will try to do MP4. If it's a single target, MP2. Phantasmal Princess, I believe we have. No. My past coming to haunt me. Increase MP strength by 60% if equipped by Berserker class. Max, I would imagine 80%. Well, I mean, now that I think about it, it really depends on what it is that his Noble Phantasm does. Another Zhangju, our second one. Looking good in that outfit. That suit. Two times. Servant once again. Berserker. I believe this is our third, unless I burned the other. Two SR Berserkers today. Or this morning. Okay. The last 10 summon tickets. Even if I see gold, I'm waiting for that ruler banner. Transmutation Magecraft. Still don't know who this is, unless... For him, lives were no more than a resource to be spent. Treated them this way because he could see no other worth in them, even if that meant he would receive nothing of equivalent value in exchange for his own life. Who is this? For him, lives were no more than a resource to be spent. I have no idea. Just waiting to see that ruler banner. That or possibly a rainbow. Something I rarely get to see. Or a spoon. Battle of Camelin. Gosh, this is 50 summon tickets. I know I said I wasn't focused on Don Quixote, but I'm still surprised we haven't pulled him at least. Versus those two Berserkers. Four more left. Or three, I believe. Two. Last one. Our final two times. Are we gonna start off with a servant?
Yes, we are.
And end on a servant? Break it. Break the cycle as I stretch. Okay. No. No animation. Tawaro Tota. Actually, I'm so sorry. Very quickly, just to make sure.
神聖だマナプリズムと交換
うんうん、用意した
Yeah, we
甲斐
already
があった
bought
な。
all the summon
まだ
tickets.
見ていく？
I'm a bit disappointed with it, and because of that, we'll use the last two. Servant. Geronimo. Last one. Necromancy. This isn't daily, I don't believe. One second. Math. So we have 587 sand quartz. Divide that by 30. It's just the right amount. Okay. This is a very special occasion. We are going to go for 7 rolls to get to the 2 times. And the amount of sand quartz that we'll end on is the... What would be the word? The right amount to actually end on. 6 more. We're looking for that 2 times. Who knows? We might pull it early. Hydra Daggers isn't gonna do it though. Calling James in it. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Wafolia. 2 more, I believe. Okay, now 2 more. Alright. Last 2 times summon. Can we pull him? Will he show up? Servant. We broke the cycle. 2nd time. Servant. No. Oh, this church is ruined. We're doing it. One last time. The 11 times. One last time. I am getting into that gambling habit. 1 time. And we're going straight to story. We'll let it play out. 1. He's got on the count of 10 to show himself. 2. Not that guy. No. Not Proto. 3. Troublemaker. 4. Can we see that spark of red or rainbow? 5. All servants so far. We got, again, Kuchulain Proto. Rainbow or gold banner, 6. Seven. Time's running out. James. 8. Nine. 10. Final one. I think it's the final one. CE. The final CE. Got another black grail at least, even though we already have it maxed. But either or. One more. This is the last one, and we'll be at 500 save ports, dedicated to a separate stream. Last one. Here's one. He's got 10 more tries. 10 more times to show himself. Where is he? 2. There's even more suspense because I have no idea if he has an animation. If we see an archer, it's going to change to a ruler. We're either going to see that gold banner, that gold card, or the rainbow. And we're going to pray to God the rainbow is him. If we do. Servants so far. 3. 4. Gonna need to take some shots after this stream. 5. Our third Zhangju, that's nice to see, although I would much appreciate if it was Moriarty. 6. 6! Woo! Look at that suit! Look at those shoes! 7. We're good to go, but I can take another. A new CE, that's nice. 8. We're still counting. He may show back up. It may not just be 1. 9. Claps in the chat. Thank you. Our 4th Zhangju. We're stacking up. 9. Our last roll.
召喚に応じ参上。ルーラークラスジェームズ・モリアーティだ。まさか将来有望すぎて召喚されるなんて、僕もなかなか捨てたものじゃないな。え？ヨーロッパを股にかける大悪党？何の話だい？それ。
A lot more casual versus in the Lostbelt. It just makes me more curious because we know he has a divine attribute to him as far as being a foreign disciple. But I'm curious if it's actually affecting his personality. But we got him. Ascension 1. He looks like a professor. I'm glad someone was here to witness it. You're gonna have to forgive me. I don't know how to pronounce your name. But thank you for being here. One will do it. I'm gonna have to figure out a date. As far as, we'll look at his skills and everything after. We're gonna have to figure out a date to actually gacha for another James Moriarty. Soon, that is, given that it ends by the end of this week on a Sunday. My gambling side paid off, although you should by all means not. don't take any of my advice. Do not gamble. When you think you're done, just be done. This is just happenstance that I came by Avalon. Gosh, I'm so tempted to just start rolling again. It's so tempting, but I can't. We've wasted a lot of time. We need to get to the story. As far as, forgive me, JP viewer, I should really be speaking in Japanese at the moment to explain what's going on. 1 second. One die. One die. Kochira koso arigatou gozaimashita. Anata no gengo o hakai shite iru nara yurishite kudasai. Demo monogatari wa kore kara hajimaru. So, story is starting now. As far as if we are going to use Moriarty, like I said before, we are... Well, I am. I don't mean to rope you in. I am going to wait until we actually see him in-game. Once we see what he's capable of, how he fights, whether that's with us or against us, however the story pans out, we will use him. But for the moment, we're currently actually in a battle, the siege at Sirmium, and we are retreating to, I believe, the Righteous Realm. Arigato, Mina. But before we do that, I have to sell. CEs o kakikomo jikan. 1 die. 20 die. There we are. I believe 54 we have to burn. As far as looking over Moriarty's Sekiru's, is gonna have to wait. Given how late I am and the whole maintenance happening, it's gonna have to be most likely on the day that we stream Gacha, which I am still currently trying to figure out while we stream. Although I should be more focused on the story. We already have a decent amount of these maxed out, these CEs. Trigger off. This should be good, I believe.
まだ見ていく？
Still 10 left.
うんうん。私も張り合いがあるってものさ。
We have it at max, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Servants, we have plenty of room. We need to enhance.
ようこそ。
Here we are. We just got one. Of course, for those that are new here, I am a collector when it comes to CEs, as of recently. So I like to have one singular maxed out CE, if possible. I know we have another. There we go. Forgive me, I'm very focused on spotting these. I want to try and be as quick as possible. No commentary. Don't I have... Oh, I don't have it maxed out. Okay. Oh, I do. Okay. Wow, this actually changes a lot. How good is the CE? Another ending. Increased arts card effectiveness by 15% and critical strength by 25%. It's okay. A 5-star as well. It's okay. We only need one, really. Oh, we do. Okay. Where's our black rail? Here we are. I believe we have one. 13.
そろそろ
Should be right around the corner here. Here we are. The ideal king. Increase all allies' max HP by 1.2k. It's an okay thing.
我
We should be good. Okay. Story time. Hajime. Okay, I know we unlocked 4 of something, if we can find it. We don't need these, I remember seeing that. We don't need La Folia. What else? No, not that Shinji. That should be good.
まだ
Okay. For the final time. Story time. Hajime. Section 16. The King and His Brave Knights. For those that may not know, this background right here is the Atlantis background, although I would imagine this isn't actually them in Atlantis. Atlantis. Oh, it was Atlantis. Oh, so they weren't just using it as a background. Okay. Gomen. So they came from Atlantis. Artemis. I remember that. Some stayed, some left. Yes, we did. But of course we had help. This iconic image. Super Orion. I remember this. This was such a beautiful shot. Literally, a beautiful shot from his arrow. Or from his bow, I should say. Now that I think about it, I'm sorry. 1 second. Like, it was... it was a cool moment, while at the same time it was such a cute moment. Because Orion and Artemis are together, and given you know the history between them, this moment was so cool while at the same time romantic in a way. Because in a way, he was shooting a shot at his girl. Literally and metaphorically. Because his story never advanced, nor did it digress. The starting point was when he was at an old man, or when he was an old man. Picking back up with the story. Or the present. Taking him as prisoner. "1,500 soldiers surrounded Don Quixote along Sancho and Vlad III. He was scared. He was terrified. He had no wish to die. But, despite all of that, he'd found something else he valued more. That was all he needed to hear. Constantine was perfectly willing to negotiate. Of course, he could have decided to take both Sancho and Don Quixote captive as well. But any such thoughts fled his mind the moment he heard the latter's name. Yes, Don Quixote was famous. He may well be the best-known knight in all the world. But he was far from strong. He was nothing more than a tired old man, a pathetic country bumpkin. Anyone familiar with his story knew that. But just as Constantine was about to agree, something fluttered to his feet. He's gonna accept it. A formal duel. So cold was his voice that it sent shivers down Sancho's spine. Negotiations had not merely broken down. This was tantamount to a declaration of war. No. Constantine will accept it. 1, he is that type of person that would. And 2, given all of his men, all of his army of servants that are surrounding them, it would be embarrassing to decline and or to, I guess, dismiss it. Are we gonna have to help him out? Back him up? Rider and Lancer, I would imagine. This quest you'll find required immediately before the battle begins. Yes. Hold on a moment. What's the news? Sancho captured him. Ugh. From what we know, Shufu doesn't know that we're a master. And she is a rebel servant that's rebelling against humanity. So I'm not sure what answer to go with. Wait, Holmes. Maybe it's time we tell Shuju the whole story. Zhufu. Yeah, we are not in a safe place. It's just me and Holmes. Sorry. Go, man. Okay, so it's not Constantine. Starting line. Okay, so we can customize. We'll support Holmes. We'll give him an arts. As well as another arts. To Mama. Let's switch this around. Here we go. And then... this should be fine. Stunned. One turn. 3 enemies. Let's see. Let's start looping. Start with Lancer.
白兵戦行きます。今のうちに準備を。バリバリ乗ろうぞ。
Okay. Let the looping begin. As long as we get a crit.
Good enough.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even give him Sacred Sword. Okay, well, he has it now. He's got an extra turn. Let's see if we can get another card. One's good enough. 50%. Let's get as much damage as possible.
もちろん。
If we can get one more crit, we'll get the loop again. Looping with Sherlock Holmes. Yep, we're back on. Ignore defense, yeah. So this defense doesn't even matter. Go with Holmes once again. Good news, we got the loop again. Okay. Let's do this. Let's... Yeah, let's go for it. We gotta get one off the board. Okay, morph.
そうかい。
負けないぞ。
面白い。ふう。
えい。
5 turns, our cooldown should be up. Or off cooldown. There's one.
始めよ
今のうちに準備
We'll save Altria's skill. Or
を。
Noble
量
Phantasm.
産ですもの。節約
Next
節
turn.
約。
う。始めるとしよう。賢明な判断だ。初歩的なことだ、友よ。エレメンタリー、マイディア。なるほど。面白い。実に興味深い。
ごめんなさい。
That's fine. Let's get our next support. Oberon. Which we don't have enough now. I forget, Evening Shroud X is only 20% MP gain, it's not 30. We can loop with Holmes again though. It's the good thing. We'll save this for next turn.
そうかい。初歩的なことだ、友よ。エレメンタリー、マイディア。ふう。面白い。実に興味深い。
Well, thank you. Already got
常に
the
別の可能性。
万有だな。ヘドが出る。行こ
speed up a little bit.
う。さあ。
Let's see. What's the increased critical strength returns effect increases with overcharge, so it is worth it. MP5 as well, so yeah, it's gotta be buffed completely.
始めるとしよう。賢明な判
隠
断。
すなよ。
初歩的なことだ、友よ。
Oberon should be able to finish this.
エレメンタリー、マイディア。なるほど。
欲しい？ならあげるよ。
Eternal Slumber.
種明かしは必要あるまい。
I'm really sorry for keeping it from you. Surely you understand, unless you haven't been telling us something, that you're possibly not a rebellious servant. It all sounds pretty bad, so bad news, I guess. I'm not sure if that affects too much though, because he and his other servants already know that Charles the Great, that being us, has already shown themselves But I guess if he's revealing that he was Charles the Great, there could be some speculation, but the fact still remains, I am impersonating Charles the Great. Finally standing his ground, huh? Let's go support him. Which would be now. Give him some mystic codes, although given that there isn't going to be a battle, surprisingly. I would imagine the gold armor is his Ascension 3, but there is a possibility it might be his Ascension 2. Unless this is it. Back it up! He's tanking it. Uh-oh. Sancho, help him. Buffs, anything? Unless it truly is a 1v1 duel, which is surprising. I'm not sure if this is narrator, but we'll see. No, it's not. This is Don Quixote speaking. Using Jason as a reference. Interesting. Heracles. Just stall. We'll be there in a second. Everyone was certain he was about to die. Sancho and Vlad watching from the sidelines, and of course, Don Quixote himself. Constantine was certain the strike would bring him victory. This would be... Okay. This has to be Charlemagne. And then, out of nowhere, it was as if night had become day. The true king. The brilliance of the holy light blinded every one of the assembled 1,500 soldiers of the reinstatement realm. I think he came out of hiding due to the fact that, well, I mean, Don Quixote referenced himself as the fake king. And so here's the real one. Here he is. That's quite the entrance. Father of Europe. I wonder if he's gonna challenge him to a duel right here and now. He's just gonna pop it off right here. Animation or something?
勇壮なる騎士ドン・キホーテよ、シャルルマーニュの名においてこの戦い任せてくれ。
あまたの侵略あれど我らの信仰にかなうものなし。我らは決して屈さぬ。この身が滅びようとも我が祖国は永遠なり。
Let's see it.
永続不変の輝き、千変無限の彩り、万夫不倒の騎士たちよ、我が英雄を指し示せ。地は融通ファイナル。
That's so gnarly, okay. That fortress had no chance. Joyeuse, the Indomitable Sacred Sword. I have never heard that name before. I've never seen that name before. I know I've said I don't know anything about Charlemagne and his legend or anyone revolving around him, but yeah, I have never heard of that sacred sword. Change color 30 times a day. Here's Joanna. Sorry we're late. I am so sorry about that, Dawn. Holmes thanking them on the way out. What a Chad, honestly. I've said this before, I know Charlemagne is in, I believe, Fate Extella. And forgive me, it may not be Fate Extella. I believe there's another word that's added to it. I don't remember, but it's more or less Fate Extella. But what I'm getting at is he is very relaxed. And I almost kind of imagined him as a Fujimaru. Gudal. Or not Gudal, but the main character. Senpai. So, care to explain yourself, Seton? Seton? You're just adding that part on, aren't you? So this was the right time you were speaking of? I've never seen that name before. Rex Magnus Carl. Wanna fill me in? Oh, and Alias? Another name? Well, if I had to guess what was... If I had to imagine what they were arguing about, given Sutton spent all this time not showing himself, not helping in general, and just wandering about, I'm sure if his Emperor side were to speak of this, he would have came out a long time ago and just simply ruled Righteous Realm. I'm sure he was more or less saying, think of the responsibility you need to uphold. A rogue servant? So 2 days. Weird to see the gang here. Roland's blushing. Ask him. Of course he's talking about me. I'm probably still wearing the King Charles getup, aren't I? Fine with me. Vlad already more or less confirmed he's fine. I'm curious. I don't think we're gonna summon any servant in this Lostbelt, because we have yet to do so. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe MASH is going to show up at some point. Or it was mentioned. Speaking of Revenge Realm, we haven't seen them in a while. And they even mentioned when we were being attacked, they mentioned that they were going to join in and get rid of the Righteous Realm. Section 17, The Laughing Emperor. Are we gonna hear it? They represent all of humankind. Okay, change of plans. We will be facing the Reinstatement Realm as they fall back after decimating the Righteous Realm. Wait, I'm sorry. Reread this. I just now realized they're on top of one of the towers. Puppet Archer. They're starting now. Are we gonna get an animation? Summon purpose unknown. Materialization purpose unknown. Full functionality shut down, denied. Full functionality activation denied/approved. Another thing to keep in mind, Kadok. He should be at this tower. Either this tower or the other, the one that crumbled. Upon saying that, I realized it's the one that we destroyed, not this one. Although he may be in the area. He was, in a word, a weapon. He used to speak like a human, and even tried to act like a human. But both his appearance and his power kept him far from the human world. So of course, it only made sense that he would be treated like a machine. He sighed. He didn't know why he was here. He didn't know why he was about to fire his noble phantasm. He didn't even know who his arrow was pointed at. Neither did he understand, nor care to know. And so, he solemnly, methodically activated his noble phantasm. He was a servant, archer class. His true name was Shinsei Hachiro Tametomo. That name, Tametomo? Shinsei Hachiro Tametomo. His last name sounds familiar, but the Shinsei and Hachiro don't. Oh, are we actually... Minamoto no Tametomo. So Chizuru is his real name. The Minamoto no, I believe, is a title. Because we've obviously seen Minamoto before. Steel bow. Moonlight cannon. Oh, we are. There once was a legend. It told of a ship that was split asunder and sunk by a single arrow. Interestingly, that arrow was not aimed at the ship. It was aimed at a single passenger. It sank the entire ship because the archer firing it strove for maximum destructive power, thereby ensuring his target's death. And Kriemhild had chosen as this arrow's next target the frail female pope. I believe we're waiting till they actually get back to the reinstatement realm, and then that's when we'll pick up where the arrow left off. Battle tactics. Gosh, another instance. I should have just said it. It's because she's the Pope. Of course, she says it. I'm the Pope. I need to speak on what's on my mind. Or no, it's gonna happen here. We're not even in the reinstatement realm. Here it comes. Constantine trusted Joanna with his life. He didn't hesitate for a moment. He activated his noble phantasm almost the instant Joanna spoke. Blue Fox, you're late. But you're always welcome. Is despair inbound? According to legend, Constantinople's three-layer bulwark fell because someone forgot to lock a single gate. Whether or not the legend was true wasn't what mattered. What mattered was that it existed. And so, there would always be a gap in those defenses, even if it were no bigger than the eye of a needle. Joanna understood that the arrow aimed at her would use this gap to reach its target. What a conundrum this is, she thought. Even as she thought that, she understood that this arrow would kill someone. So she braced herself mentally and thought hard. Sacrifice someone in her place? Unthinkable. Sacrifice herself? Undesirable. But of the options available, undesirable was at least more palatable than unthinkable. Yes, it might cause problems for some if she were to die. For one thing, the reinstatement realm could lose its entire reason to exist. But then, Joanna had another thought. Constantine's noble phantasm was the embodiment of the Byzantine Empire's legend, which meant it recreated something that once actually existed. And it might therefore only protect beings who were themselves real. But Joanna was a fictional being, and so it was possible the wall may not protect her. She couldn't say for sure, but she knew it was possible. More than anything, Joanna knew she didn't want even a single person dying for her. This is fate. Moments like this come for everyone in time, no matter how great a hero or how holy a person they may be. An unexpected death, a fruitless end, these things are apparently just part of what it is to be a human. Perhaps, fictional as she is, That was a presumptuous thing for her to say. But she was also relieved to know that she felt genuinely human in her final moments. And yet, her fate had changed. How did she not see it sooner? How did she fail to realize he too would notice the enemy's noble phantasm and move to protect her? Why didn't she realize that he would reach the same conclusion she did? She was a fantastical being, and his 3-layer bulwark wouldn't keep her safe. Could Constantine really have failed to consider this possibility at all up to this point? Of course not. He was the emperor who had rather lived a peaceful life. And, real or not, he genuinely cared for her. This was no different than forgetting to lock a gate. No matter how impenetrable his walls may be, they would never provide complete protection as long as that legend existed. Constantine moved to protect Joanna. It was the right move, of course. There was no room for his bulwarks in a fantasy. So was that the arrow meant for Pope Joanna? Struck another. It was the best possible result Kriemhild could have hoped for. No, this is not narrator. This is interesting to hear from Joanna. I talked about it before, but this, Sherlock Holmes is by all means pure logic. While he isn't religious, he may have some form of it, but he by all means is pure logic, versus Joanna, who is the literal pope. Basically what I'm getting at is Sherlock Holmes and Joanna have the same, not the same mentality, but have gone through the same thing of whether or not they're real, whether they're fiction or actually real. Because if you remember, I mentioned this before, and of course you can tune in on part 2, I believe. Go watch it. Sherlock Holmes, in his interlude, even mentioned the possibility of him not being real, whether he's just fictional or even a part of the... You're gonna have to forgive me, I don't remember the book, but I believe there's a book that may or may not be called Sherlock Holmes, or if it goes by another name, but he goes by... He processes how he isn't real. And hearing this from Joanna, who is religious and is the Pope, kind of having doubts about it, is interesting. More or less, she needs to have a talk with Holmes. Telephone booth, maybe? She may come to us for help. If what I think is going to happen is going to happen. But I'll wait for it. Reinstatement realm. Oh, so it isn't just the arrow. It actually is the night sky changing. Okay. Still no word from Kadok. I thought the night sky, or, well, just the sky in general was changing because of the arrow. Yeah, we still don't know. Because when we defeated him, it almost seemed as though he was a familiar. Which they wouldn't, given what this realm stands for. Reinstatement. They're gonna come to the righteous realm. Yep. So it is exactly what I thought. She is going to come to the righteous realm. And then, of course, we're going to have Brad. Brad in the 12 Paladins, aka the 3 Paladins in reality. We're still missing a couple. staying to take them on. The Revenge Realm. Fumbling my words. And so, the Reinstatement Realm fell. Smelling blood in the water, the Revenge Realm sent out hordes of soldiers to finish the job. Servants' noble phantasms tore through the bounded field. Servants of the Revenge Realm responded to the desperate attacks of the Reinstatement Realm's servants with sheer, overwhelming numbers. Narrator? In life, I'm already fumbling my words. In life, regrettably, there are no moments more entertaining than this. Burying attacking foes left and right, continuing forward with sure, steady steps. It is not narrator. Constantine smiles and disappears. The 2,238 surviving Reinstatement Realm servants fought the Revenge Realm forces tooth and nail and ultimately died to a man, but they did so without regret. Meanwhile, 542 former Reinstatement Realm servants made their way to the Righteous Realm. They were servants who still adored Joanna, even knowing her true desires. In the righteous realm lay a human from proper human history. These servants knew they would have to ask this human about the imaginary woman, how he felt about her. This was their duty as the reinstatement realm's the last surviving citizens. Here we are, Fort Azagok. I believe this is where Kadok's at, if I'm not mistaken, because we know he's unless it's this, because we know he went back to the broken tower, the destroyed tower that we entered. Yep, here he is. We're falling back to what was said from Kadok himself, ironically. There being a traitor. Is Moriarty gonna try and negotiate a deal? Oh, is he gonna break the collar? No. How weird. If I had to guess why this is, I think he's betting, Moriarty is betting on the fact that the original Team A from Chaldea will keep this a secret. That being Kadok and Mash, the original. Don't kill our second main character. Right. Yep, and he has one too. Because when we pulled him earlier during GACHA, of course, if you haven't seen it, we did do GACHA for anyone who's here. And my gambling habit got the better of me, but the result was good. Let's just say that. Moriarty had a completely different personality compared to the Moriarty that we see on screen. Like, he was a lot more casual and more this is gonna sound weird, more happy, more joyous. So it makes me think whatever high spirit, divine spirit that he has in him, if that's affecting his personality in some way. Ooh, some background information about the previous Team A Beryl got. Of course, we're not gonna help him. But I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's team up. Yep, I'm Caddox for it. Look at those eyes. Look at those pupils. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. I hope we play as Caddox. And when I say play as Caddox, I mean, like, uses Mystic Codes. Him subbing in as a master. Moriarty is such a... What would be the right word? He knows everything. Whether that's due to him just simply being smart or maybe some foresight. But whenever it's someone opposing him that believes they can one-up him, he finds it interesting. He doesn't get mad or just look down upon them, but he, like, these faces that he's making, he clearly enjoys this in some way. He's looking forward to it. I I believe because Mash is here as a third person to overview all of this, I don't think he would feel any guilt. Because he himself knows he's doing it for a good reason. Another thing that comes to mind, this is almost like a Koyanskaya type of situation where we paid for our services versus Moriarty just simply taking interest. So it was a clone. Or a form of it. Okay, I'll say this right now. I mentioned before, we are not going to use James Moriarty, specifically the one that we pulled, until we actually see Moriarty's gameplay. Whether that's us fighting against him as a boss, or simply playing as him, which I believe we might actually get to play as him, given that we weren't even able to get to set up a formation or anything before the quest started. So if we get to play as him and we see everything, we'll start using him. We'll level him up. Part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I like surprises. I don't like to just ruin it. It'd be the same thing for Charlemagne. Like, for example, we haven't played at all against Charlemagne, or we'll call him Charles, against him or with him. If I happen to pull Charles, I wouldn't use him until we actually see it. Until it comes up. Consider me your own servant. Wonderful. Anastasia. This is awesome. Are we gonna... I wonder if we can use his Noble Phantasm, though.
出陣か。やれやれ、私の出番がないように祈ろう。
VA sounds just about right. From what I would imagine in my head, how he'd sound. We can use his... Oh, okay. Yep, we're leveling him up. As soon as we're done with this, we're leveling him up. Skill 1. Everything's maxed, I would assume. Yep. All 6 cooldown. And he's an arts user. Or arts servant. I don't know why I said user. I have no idea where that came from. Mathematical thinking A. Apply evade 2 times for 3 turns. Perfect. Wonderful. Sure hit 3 turns to yourself. An added bonus. Although, of course, ignore invincible would be better, but whatever. It's something. decrease arts card resistance for 3 turns for all enemies, plus decrease arts card resistance for 3 turns for all evil enemies, if they happen to be evil. Of course, I'm curious what the percents look like, for which I am actually going to do research, given the specific moment. Let's see, how's this look? James Moriarty, Ruler. So both of the arts resist, both the 3 turns, are 20%. So if they happen to be evil as well, that's another 20%. So 40% in general. Otherwise, 20%. And given there's only 2 enemies, we'll just use it. Of course, we gotta put it slow so we see it. He looks so good in his, like, I don't want to call it a suit, but his, like, general looking suit. Slide rule weapon B++. Increase quick card effectiveness, arts card effectiveness, and buster card effectiveness for 3 turns, and critical strength for 3 turns for yourself. And how's that look, percent-wise? So quick, arts, buster, all 30%, very good. The crit damage is 30%, which would have been nice if it was a 50%, but it's still good enough. Skill 3, roll of the dice, X. B plus A and X. Okay. Increase MP gauge, and increase arts card C star gather rate for 1 turn, or buster card C star gather rate for 1 turn, plus gain C stars. So the MP gauge is a 50% battery. Very good. The arts or buster is a 50-50% chance, and the gain critical stars is 20, which sounds about right. I guess to go over his passive skills, for which we obviously can't see. Independent action A increases own critical damage by 10%, that's very good. Conspiracy creation X, increase own arts performance by 5%, and own MP damage by 5%. Decent. And the last one, Panic Cut, C+. Grants debuff immunity against Charm, MP Seal, Skill Seal, and Stun. Terror. Forgive me, Terror. So Charm, Skill Seal, Terror, and Confusion, which rarely comes up, but still, added bonus. Okay. MP is at 5, so we're at max output. Math and Malignancy, Annihilation. Increase MP strength for 1 turn. Effect increases with overcharge for yourself. Plus deal heavy special attack damage to all good specific enemies. Inflict skill seal 1 turn and apply evil trait to all enemies 3 turns. So because given his skill 1, interesting. So this is almost like a situation of when the battle starts, you don't use skill 1, you use your Noble Phantasm. When it goes into the next turn, you receive a little bit of damage, and then you pop skill 1, because they have the evil trait then. To talk about his Noble Phantasm, the increase in MP strength, I would imagine that would be 20%, given that it shows or says 20%. The special attack damage against good alignment is of course 150%, which goes for pretty much any servant whenever it says special attack damage, or special extra damage. And I believe that's it. Yeah, sounds about right. And then of course we have Kadok's skills for more evades, sure hit, and skill seal, and MP seal. Can we wipe them out with our Noble Phantasm by itself? Or can we possibly go for an overcharge?
理解できるね。いいともいいとも。
いいともいいとも。
時空は崩壊し数字が支配する。
Let's see it.
物理で戦え。悪に従え。
I actually didn't even get to see. Did we get the overcharge? No, we did not.
邪悪は芽生え、正義の果実はフランス。これこそ我が法。マセマティカルマリグナントアナイアレイト。
WCR? Play evil trait.
ジャークビーム。
Little platform.
よろしい。
His little throne. HP loss, what was that? Saber almost broke the game. I don't know if you saw that. Okay. Just go for Noble
理
Phantasm
解で
again.
きるね。いいともいいとも。穴だらけだ。物理で戦え。悪に従え。いいだろういいだろういいだろう。興味深いな。
Chokobi kind. No buffs for Oberon. Or no, Oberon. Kadok. Referring to myself.
よし、
Let's finish this.
正義も悪も全ては世界の機能不全。私は俯瞰し観測し、そしてなぎ払おう。マセマティカルマリグナントアナイアレイト。黄金に押しつぶされる虫けら。よし勝利。まあ妥当な結論だ。
This Moriarty is so weird. Like he is not what I was expecting. Specifically his young version. There's also the question if he was just simply showing off in general. pull. Why would that be a problem? That in of itself is information. If Kaido can catch on to that. Like, I know Zhangju can interfere with what they're doing, but like, it shouldn't be a problem for Moriarty to just simply take out Zing. Evil professors. Yeah, this is weird. This is like a Koyanskaya kind of, like, not situation, relationship. Still using Moriarty. We'll level him up once we're done with this passage. Definitely didn't forget. A chew. He doesn't know what beast it is.
出陣か。
Oh,
やれやれ、私の出番がないように祈ろう。
is this him showing off even more? Immune to mental effects. Decrease HP for all enemies at the end of each turn. Same thing for the clown. Two left. Wait, which one's which? Uh-oh. This might be a problem. Let's do this.
興味深いな。これかな。よろしい。よろしい。
Speed up. Or, well, actually, no. We'll keep on slow because we haven't seen the Quick and Buster. We've only seen arts only. We'll keep it here. We'll go.
よし。よし。彼らを終わらせよう。いいともいいとも。 正義も悪も
Brace yourselves.
すべて
We're
は
gonna
世
watch
界
this
の
2
機能
times.
不全。私は俯瞰し観測し、そして凪原をませまちかるマリグナントアナイアレイト、黄金に押しつぶされる虫けら。数字は支配し、悪は成長する。我が悪は悪を食らい、究極の悪を具現化する。マセマチカルマリグナントアナイアレイト。貨幣とは悪だな、まったく。穴だらけだ。
44% charge on a
これ
crit.
かね。これか
7k
ね。
lost. 5k lost. Alright, here we go.
興味深いな。これかね。
Keep it slow.
いいともいい、理解できるね。物理で戦え、物理で戦え、恐れよ。これか
Some
な。
form of teleportation.
これかな。
Wait. No, we can't. Okay. I was gonna try and use the evade to fumbling my words. I was gonna try and use the one evade to discern one of the Moriartys so I can chain properly.
ほほほほ、理解できるね。穴だらけだ。穴だらけだ。質問がある。興味深いな。これかな。
See how this looks. Maybe we can not see. We'll speed it up.
よし、彼らを終わらせよう。いいともいいとも。正義も悪
Here
も
we go.
すべては世界の機能不全。マセマチカルマリグナントアナイアレイト。黄金に押しつぶされる虫けら。物理で戦え、モリアーティ光線。
Use the
これか
staff. Or the end tip of the staff.
いいともいいとも、恐れよ。悪に従え。勝利当然だとも。何しろ私だ。
Grandpa, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Rasputin. Kotamine Kirie. Haven't heard that saying before. I can understand the gold, but hero? The actual Siegfried? The Rheingold. Oh, so he was actually being serious about what he said. So hero or gold, which will it be? It wasn't just a saying. Hero referring to Siegfried, gold referring to whatever Rheingold is. Maybe, well, we're being very perceptive, but maybe that's some information. Okay, here. In response to the youth's advice, the man who would eventually become one of the world's most notorious criminals merely shrugged. Here, okay, let's level him up. There's no battle, but let's do this. I have a little bit of embers. We're not gonna completely ascension him. We're just gonna see. Well, we're gonna see how far we get. We'll leave it at that. If we can find him. Of course, we have Zhangju. Here he is. Here we are. $44.
いいね.
He's got the spider cobwebs on the back side of his hood. The jacket that he's wearing. And puzzle pieces on the outer. Yeah, he really is a professor. And then given the Moriarty that we're seeing now is like a general. Do we have any servants that we can maybe throw in? We could throw in some silvers. Yes, we do. I'll have to sort Penthesilea and Heracles later. 1-star and 2-star servants, we'll feed them. Unless it's overkill, which it is.
Level up だ.
Well, we can see him in Ascension 1. Let's see. We made it this far.
So してさなぎは悪の長になった。純朴な若者は消え、後に残ったのは悪の首領が一人。さてマスター君、何が望みかな？
So this is the personality that we're familiar with. So something really did change. Of course, we already know his second skill. We don't need to go over that. Let's throw in the 2 servants.
Hmm. さらに強くなったか。
Should be it. Yeah.
我ながらいい調整だ。
I'll do this later. I'll do this off stream.
そろそろ
We need to get back to the story. Find out what's going on with Siegfried. Good to hear. Sad, but good to hear. So she has 2 now. Cheers rang out in rapid succession. All knew the righteous realm posed no threat. It wouldn't be much longer now before all 3 realms were united. The soldiers' cries of joy continued unabated. Already. Have this old man walking everywhere. She smiled like a wolf about to tear into its prey. That smile would have seemed more at home on the blood-stained lips of a monster than on a refined noblewoman. I don't think this is narrator, but just a precaution. It all started in the Kingdom of Burgundy. Yeah, it was. Kriemhild was looking out the window. There, she saw warriors rejoicing and despairing over every little victory or setback, like children playing with spears and stones. I wonder how strong he really is. Oh, oops, never mind. Love-hate relationship. We still have Charles, although he only has limited power at the moment. For the moment. The Pope's highest... No, I'm not gonna say it. Well... I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this to you. But it's about that time. Yes. I'm giving you the Moogie face. YouTube, Oberon Sekka. OberonSekka. Of course, you should already know that. How else would you be watching this live stream and or video? Twitter, same thing, Oberonsekka, OBERONSEKKA. Post memes once a week. Give notifications on what comes in Avalon and what goes out. Instagram, same thing, Oberonsekka, OBERON, gonna say it every time, SEKKA. Edited manga panels once every 2 weeks. In every 2 to 3 days, simple, clean manga panels. Not manga, manga. I need to get used to saying that. With background music. If you have no clue what any of that is, stop by and check it out. Of course, if you like it, like it. And if you like what I post, follow. Everyone says it. I'm going to say it. If you like the livestream and or video, like it. And if you like the content that I do, that being Fate Grand Order, Arknights, and on the back end variety, subscribe. And if not, you're always welcome to join. Just as Blue Fox, and forgive me, I'm not going to know how to pronounce that name, but the person with the picture of a cat, you're always welcome to join. And I'm glad you could witness me pulling James Moriarty. For that was a wondrous occasion of my gambler's guilt working out for me. But with that out of the way, have a wonderful morning, Avalon. Even then, I almost fumbled my words. But either way, good night. Good morning.